What up, boys? My name is Kyle. Today we're going to be working on my 2011 Volkswagen GTI. We're just going to be doing a taillight install, basically. I've had these taillights since I got the car. They weren't yellowing like that before, but they are called Cherry. I think Cherry R20 style headlights, or taillights rather. And we're going to be replacing them with shadowed or blacked R20 style taillights. Should be pretty easy, should just be plug and play, but let's get started. Okay, so for the first thing you want to do is you want to remove this. There's not really any clips as far as I can see. These are for the outside two lights. For the most part, it just looks like it's just a couple of little edges that you remove and you pull back. After that, it's one single plug, and these, I believe, you just twist out. I have to remember, but for the most part, these seem pretty simple to use. You just click these out. For the most part, let's see. Fuck. There we go. It's just one plug there. This plug, I believe, stays in until you pull it through. Otherwise, I look like an idiot, which I do a lot. So we'll see if we can get this puppy out. It's a simple screw. So what you will want to make sure of is that you're careful, because they are made of plastic, not metal. So you can strip them, taking them in or putting them in, taking them out. So just be careful of that. That's a really quick, easy thing. But after that, I believe they do just come right off. There was water inside of them, and if you look, I actually just spilled all of that inside my car. So I'm gonna have to clean that up real quick. Alrighty, so if you look, you can actually see that this is dumping out water. That is not what you want from your taillights. I'm not sure how water started getting inside. I'll have to look at all the seals and stuff. But somehow water was getting inside right here. I guess when it would rain, it would come down that canal there and would get inside of my taillight. So before I mess up another set of taillights, I'm gonna look into that. However, very quickly while we're here, I'm gonna show you that there is a panel here. As you take the panel off, you'll see that this right here is what we are in search of. This is going to be, I believe, just these two screws here. Once you get those two screws out, it'll be really easy to just take the taillight off. The one thing I do know is that when you are taking it off from here, just be careful not to punch it out and lose it over the side. There's a little piece here that does need to be disconnected. It's just a little click-on piece, fairly easy to do. The tool that I suggest using is a socket wrench. 5/16 seem to work perfect on these tiny screws that were up inside of here. There's another set inside of this one, and the same thing I'm gonna do to this side over here. Both of these are the same exact as that, just opposite, so I'm just gonna do those really quick, and then I'll get back to you when we go to put the new ones on. All right, so now that we're past all that, there was a lot of water inside of them. I didn't think it was that much water. I guess it was just a seal that broke. We're gonna check the seals on the new ones, just to be sure, but from what I can see, these look to be made a little bit better. It's a closer seal along the edges here. I actually do like the darker smoked ones better anyway, so we'll get started with that. The one difference does appear to be that they were sent with these black boxes here, which I guess are transfers so that this plug could fit into that plug, I believe. I'm gonna try to do it maybe without. However, it does look like I'm probably gonna need these little black boxes anyway, so we'll give it a shot. All right, so first things first is my favorite part, removing the plastic. All right, second thing we're gonna have to do is make sure we get both these through. I'm actually gonna double check to make sure it's gonna fit properly here. Just like I normally do, I'm not gonna read a damn thing. I should probably read something. One last thing I forgot to mention. On the bottoms, you'll see these clips here. And here, there are 2 clips as well. All that is just these, as you line them up, they clip right on. So a couple of small things I just want to point out real quick. I stuck mine on that piece of metal. There's a girder that comes right up, right out where the plug comes through. I just stuck it right there with the 3M tape they give you. It looks to be working pretty well. We're gonna move on to the other side and see if we can do that better, maybe hide it better. All right, bit of change of plans. When I put this in, I realized that where I stuck it left a problem with putting this in. So what I ended up doing is sticking it just below. All right, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna stick the other one on here and we're just gonna change them out real quick and then we'll get to the last 2 lights. It'll be quick, easy, nothing to it. All right, boys, so this giant ass fucking box, if you ever buy these R20 style lights and they come with these giant boxes, it's impossible. So, but they fucking suck, but I put it inside of here, basically towards the bottom of the tailgate, top when it's up, but bottom of the tailgate, there's a little gap in there that you can just slide them right into. Now, I'm going to put 3M tape onto it so that it sits against something. I'm probably gonna stick it so that it sticks to this right here, the inside of that. That seems to be the best place for it. It barely fits in there, but that's what I'm gonna do. So if you guys wanna do something similar, go for it. This right here looks to be, best way to get it in is to lift it kind of up like that and it clicks down and inside, like that. Clicks right down in. These bolts don't match up immediately, but you can kind of wiggle it a little bit and those bolts come right down. To get it out, it's just a little bit of body damage, but what's a little body damage, you know? After that, it appears to just be plug and play and then sticking that black box back up inside. All right, so one small thing before we wrap up. When you do get it in here, you do have to push on the plastic a little bit. What that does is it actually hits the 3M. When you set it on in there, you just kind of push up on it and it'll eventually click. Not really click, you'll eventually hear it start to stick and it just sticks right onto that 3M. That way when you go to pull on it again, it's stuck in there. So it's something, you know, the plastic is malleable a little bit, it moves a little bit, it doesn't hurt your car at all, but I do suggest you do that. At this point, I'm just gonna get it all put back together and then I will pick up with you guys afterwards. All right, and then that is your finished product. There you are. I think they look pretty dope. I'm gonna set you on the ground. We're gonna look at what they look like when they're on. But other than that, this has gotta be probably one of the easier mods to do to any car, but specifically this one. The only challenges were really on those black boxes that you saw. Other than that, there's not really much that's difficult about this one. I would check all the seals on any of your taillights ever, because you can see these on the end, they yellow because water gets inside. But other than that, this is a pretty easy one. I'm happy with it. I think it looks good. The only thing is I noticed that the lights are a little dim. So I think the local cops might not really love me too much, but we'll see. But here's what the final product looks like. Well, that is a wrap on this install. I think that looked pretty great. If you did enjoy what you saw though, please do subscribe. If you liked it, like. If you didn't, dislike. It helps all the same. I will be doing more of these videos, including a headliner install on this car and a grill install on this car, and then possibly going to be buying a new car soon. And don't tell them, my family, because they're not really in on it. So lots of fun stuff coming. I'm also going to be playing games, Overwatch, things like that. I'll be uploading those probably pretty frequently, so look for those as well. But without further ado, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.